Hi everyone, Michael Allen here, inviting you to join me for Red Team Getting Access, the class in which I'll share with you the methods I use to target, attack, and gain access to customer environments during Red Team exercises. During this class, I'm going to walk you through the external attack phase of a Red Team exercise, and we'll go through every step from start to finish. So we'll start with the rules of engagement call with the customer, and then we'll get into the planning phase during which we set goals for the Red Team and plan next steps and what we expect we're going to need during the Red Team exercise. Then we'll get into setting up our infrastructure and identifying other resources, things that we might need to set up now for this engagement or long-term resources that we might need for multiple Red Team exercises. After that, we'll get into doing reconnaissance and gathering information on that target organization. And then finally, we will get into doing the actual attacks. So in the attack phase, I'm going to cover attacks that I have used on a variety of organizations that you can customize easily and are kind of the fundamental attacks for Red Teamers today. So things like password guessing attacks and social engineering attacks like phishing, for example. We'll do different variations of those attacks, and beyond just those individual siloed steps of the external attack phase that I just discussed, I'll also talk about some broader topics that are going to apply to multiple steps within that exercise. So we'll talk about things like operations security, OPSEC is also called, where we're trying to just prevent the blue team from getting any information on the red team, maybe even prevent them from figuring out an attack is going on. We'll also talk about getting around some of the defenses the blue team might put in place. So things like email defenses, multi-factor authentication, honeypot user accounts, and endpoint security products. In addition to getting hands-on with all that stuff and the 16 labs that are in the class, you'll also get to get hands-on with setting up the infrastructure. So in the class, the way it's designed, you're going to get to set up all the infrastructure for the attacks that you're doing, so that way you leave the class knowing how to set things up whenever it comes time for you to do these on a Red Team exercise of your own. You'll also be setting up the infrastructure for the things that you'll be targeting, and that enables you to set up a target environment whenever it comes time to test maybe new techniques, new tools, or anything that you're not familiar with already, to set up an environment where you can test that out and see how it works and see what the output is before you actually use it on a production target environment. So if this sounds like something that'd be interesting to you, I encourage you to check out the course description. It's got the most up-to-date information on the class. I do try to update the class just about every time that I teach it. So this information is always changing. Please check that out. There's more details there. Otherwise, thank you for listening to this video today, and I hope I see you in class.